Brick fans, and welcome to another episode of Building Batuu Galaxy's Edge in LEGO. This week I made a lot of progress on the Black Spire and the archway over Savi's. I will be showing you a time lapse today of that. Later on in the episode I will also be showing you my custom builds for Savi's gatherers, which are the guys that basically run Savi's workshop, including Savi himself. So stay tuned for that one as well. Let's jump into the time lapse now. Starting out here, I did spend a little bit of time just building the flooring for Dok Ondars as well, because I needed obviously the platform to start building the rest of the spire, and also mainly on Savi's archway here. Mainly when I'm doing the rock work for the Black Spire, I am using the dark bluish grey slopes and wedge plates with some of the curved sort of quarter plates. And then I'm also laying in some accents of the black, obviously, because it's a little bit of an obsidian rock, but I didn't want to use black across the whole thing because black's too stark for me across this whole mock. So I think the dark bluish grey worked better. But the accent of the black kept the feeling of the obsidian. And also in the novel they talk about, and I think in the Traveller's Guide as well, they also talk about this kind of orangey moss that's on there. So I decided to use some of the Nougat 1x1 rounds or the 2x2 rounds, or some of the quarter tiles also, just throughout to sort of scatter that feeling of the moss and also just break things up generally. Also throughout I have, as you can see, put some of those smaller plants throughout just to make it feel a little bit organic. I didn't get to doing that across the entire mock, but I have built in a lot of sort of snot bricks, so you will see more of those plants growing up the spire as the weeks go on. Let me know in the comments below if you like this technique or the build style, and also what you think of the general colour scheme. Do you think I should have more blacks in there to make it feel more obsidian? Let me know what you guys think about it overall. If you're enjoying the video today, guys, please give me a like, and if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, hit the notifications bell so you don't miss any content coming up. That's enough talk for now. I'll be back in a little while. Sit back, relax, enjoy this time lapse, and listen to this amazing custom score by Elaine over at the digital level. Okay guys, so here is the end result of this week's progress. I think you can really start to see the spire taking shape, and I think that overall I'm pretty happy with the result. I really like the amount of colours and different angles I'm getting on this. You can see there's a few snot bricks that I still need to put plants on and just adjust and keep going there on this side. But overall, I'm really liking the shape. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below, and let's head over to what I'm most excited about, which is the custom gatherers. Okay, so these are the two minifigures that I'll be starting with as a base for Savi's gatherers, including Savi himself. Now, this one obviously is Lawson Tekka, and in the novel, Savi is actually friends with Lawson Tekka, so I thought that would work. He actually works anyway, just based off the look. He's got the dark brown kind of cloak, and then also the beige pants and the blue and everything through the sort of midsections there. So, and a few trinkets and things. So that kind of worked as a basis for the costume. And then the Naboo security guard, obviously same sort of color scheme, the brown and the blue. That seemed to work pretty well. So this will be another good base to start from. None of them are sort of the same. So I will be dressing them up though, so they do each feel a little bit different. To customize these, I'll actually be bringing in Neville Longbottom and also Cedric Diggory from the Hogwarts Moments Herbology sets. Each of these characters actually have some ear muffs, and I'll be using those as the goggles that all of the gatherers wear. Plus, I'll also be using Neville's hair. It's a little bit different from Cedric's hair, which is a bit more of a heroic look. Neville's hair looks a little bit more kind of disheveled, which I think will work better for the gatherers. The other minifigures I'm going to be bringing in is Ollivander. Now, Ollivander I'm actually going to use for Savi's head. He's a similar age to Lawson Tekka, a little bit younger, I think, so I wanted to use him. Finally, I want to use Scavenger Ray, mainly for her satchel that is on the side of the character there, just to carry around some trinkets and things and to mix it up a little bit. I think will work really well for the gatherers. Jumping in here, we're going to start off with a gatherer to start with. I'm going to be taking off Cedric's head. Also not his hair because it's too heroic, as I said before, the earmuffs or goggles. Main reason I didn't use Neville's head is because he's got the sort of buck teeth, but the hair is perfect, so there's the hair. And also Ray, I'm actually going to do the side satchel on this character, just to mix it up a bit. So here you go, side satchel on first, which works pretty well, and then the goggles over the top, Cedric's head and the dark brown hair, and there is gatherer number one done. So moving on to Savi now, I want to change out his hands to a dark grey. These dark greys you can get on pretty much anything, like Boba Fett. There's a whole stack of characters that have the dark grey. And obviously Ollivander's hair and his head. Again, just so he looks completely different to Lawson Tekka. Here we go, we're going to steal Neville's goggles. Now, off with his head. There it goes, goggles on. Ollivander, his head goes on there. And then let's pull those hands off and get those grey, dark grey ones on there, just to sort of show that he's got gloves on, pretty much. Didn't want him to have sort of bare hands working with stuff. So there you go, there they are. Now, of course, just to finish this off, you need a lightsaber for Savi. There you go. Now, obviously, Savi's going to be spending most of his time in the workshop. He won't really be out the front of Savi Salvage. So I wanted to sort of create him first, obviously, with the lightsaber, and then this. But I will also be creating a alternative female version because the gatherers obviously are not all male. So I wanted to do a female version of this, and I'm going to hit that one right now. So I'm going to use Ray's head from the scavenger that I had before, and then I'm going to off with the head there. There you go. And then for the hair, I'm actually going to use a Hermione Granger, and that's because the hair actually swings back behind, so it won't interfere with the goggles. But yeah, she actually looks really cool. I think she's probably my favourite.
now, which is pretty badass. So there you go, the Gatherers and Savi minifigures.
So that's it for this week. I feel like I made a lot of progress in that section of the mock and it's really starting to take shape. I also had a chance to play around with some of those minifigures, which I've really been looking forward to. Coming up next on Building Batuu, I am going to be sticking with that area, trying to finish up and fit out that building and the floor space. Also, I'm going to be starting on the droid factory. So a little bit of this comes down to whether or not some of the brick orders I've got outstanding comes in. Please stay tuned to the channel because there is a lot of good content coming up, including Sokeron Corvus, the new mock series with the Emperor Palpatine, Puppet Master, plus Brickmad Weekly, and obviously Building Batuu Galaxy's Edge in Lego again next week. See you all there. Can't wait to show you the progress. And until next time, may the bricks be with you.